Well, what's up, wrestling fans? What the fuck is going on? All I got was message after message after message after message about Corey Graves and CM Punk. You know I gave my review on this the other day. You know you got your ass beat again, Punk, but Corey Graves is opening his goddamn stupid mouth. However, I can't believe that people are this fucking stupid to think that this could probably be real. I really can't believe it. Have they worked you this bad? There are actual wrestling podcasts and hosts and stuff coming out upset about this. Coming out going after Corey Graves, saying he's a piece of shit. Well, that's true. But still, you think that this is real? Literally, just months ago, Corey Graves got in a fight, so-called fight with Booker T, where Booker T said if he caught him out in the streets, he would do something to him. And then the two of them were laughing about it, saying that the whole thing was a work. Now, people were still skeptical, saying that it was like a cover-up, basically. You know, that they really did say that, and they really meant it. And then they tried to wash over it as if it was a work. But Corey Graves is always doing this stuff. He's always fucking with people's minds. And he was friends with Punk. He obviously idolizes Punk. I don't know. It's some kind of weird fucking thing with tattooed men. I don't know. Is there some kind of weird subsexual fucking place where like guys with tattoos love each other? I don't know. Why else would they like each other? Are they both straight edge? I don't know. I once watched a bunch of straight edge guys beat the shit out of a guy because he had a beer. What the hell's so wrong with having a goddamn beer? And if you're so pure and perfect, just go be pure and perfect. Why beat the shit out of some guy who's probably going to have liver failure in the next 5 years, you assholes? The only thing that's going someplace is Corey Graves' goddamn neck. He looks like a goddamn fucking dinosaur with that goddamn thing. Terrifying neck. Pretty soon, if that thing grows any longer, they're going to have to put a goddamn towel over it on TV because they're going to be worried that it looks too much like an elephant's cock. But I really think that this is just them playing around on Twitter. Corey Graves trying to get some rub off the CM Punk thing. This is kind of what he does. He probably even talked to CM Punk about this before. Now, could this very well be real and he is criticizing him? I guess so. It could be, right? But I'm just so shocked that many YouTubers or many podcasters or many wrestling websites have come to the defense, like in real life, come to the defense of CM Punk and called out Corey Graves. Corey Graves he says he's a heel on the Raw broadcast team, first of all. Let's go with the assumption that he says he's a heel and it's hard to get heel heat. So he does all these little goofy things online that he knows is going to get a reaction and make people upset at him. Now, first of all, let's start with he says he's a heel. Well, if you're a heel, you're a heel. But on Raw, you're fucking bipolar. The 1 minute you're saying goofy references that everybody likes. The next minute you're saying something funny. The next minute you don't like Elias, but then you like other people. And then it doesn't make any goddamn sense. You're not a heel. Okay? And by the way, I don't even blame Corey Graves. I blame the people in charge. Because Corey Graves was decent on NXT. But he is like borderline awful on Raw. And I gotta believe that that's obviously because of the people in the back that make him say what he says or that won't let him do what he does or won't give him the proper direction. It's one of those fucking three, folks. It's one of those three. By the way, hit the sub button down below and don't miss out on my daily wrestling videos, you scumbag fucks. Like Corey Graves' goddamn neck going to God Jolly Green Giant through the goddamn clouds up into heaven and hell. What a creepy looking, like, hey, Corey Graves. Imagine asking Corey Graves if this was real. I know that Sean Ross Sapp did, and he got a question answered. He got his website, some notoriety, and all that stuff. But here's the thing. You know what I mean? If I see Corey Graves, I'm going to yell to him on the street, and I'll be like, yo, Corey, is that shit with Punk a work? You know, and Corey's going to spin around, of course, and look like this. Yeah. It's just a work, bro. Whatever fucking chameleon look he looks like. You look like a fucking chameleon, Corey Graves! You fuck! But yeah, everybody's mad at Corey Graves and is going after Corey Graves, you know, saying that he's a scumbag for saying this about Punk. It's like, dude, CM Punk just had a fight that he went the distance on. He got the shit kicked out of him like he did the last time, but he did a much better job. And you got to give him some credit. And here's Corey Graves kicking a guy when he's down. Does anybody actually buy that Corey Graves is really kicking a man when he's down? I don't know. I honestly can't believe it. I would approach this with skepticism, saying that I don't know if this is a work or not, because the last time he got a fight with Booker T, and Booker T then went on to say that he would beat his ass outside of wrestling. You know, they were laughing about it on Booker's podcast that, oh, duh, it's a fucking work. These idiot marks are just so easy. You know, I mean, and Corey Graves has been known to do this and work people online and say certain things to try to get himself some, I don't know, some heat, some notoriety. I don't know why you try to get yourself heat when you're Corey Graves, because then half the stuff you do on Monday Night Raw just contradicts that shit anyway, and then people don't know what to call you anymore anyhow, so what's the difference? I'm shocked that multiple people, that multiple websites and sources are saying that this is a real beef. I mean, I'm not saying it isn't. I am not saying it is not a real beef. And I'm not saying that Corey Graves, from what I see, comments are fucked and he's a fucking asshole. I'm not saying that. It seems like he is, but I'm sorry, I don't believe 100% that this is real. I'm shocked that there are people out there that do. Guys like JD believing it's true. And I heard that he mentioned me the other day and said that, you know, he would like, you know, he considers himself the Punk and I'm the Corey Graves or something, which is fucking hilarious. But that if I reached out to him, that he would be cool with me and stuff like that. Well, I am cool with him. I've said this. Like, I don't have a problem with him. We had our problem. It's all over. But I will say I don't believe him when he says that, because I texted him a few weeks back telling him about a troll or something that was going on, and he never responded to me like, thank you, or you know, thanks for telling me, or whatever. Like, sometimes, like dude, to actually go out of my way to send something when I think I'll probably just get a fuck you back, you know. But anyway, I appreciate that, and whatever with him, and then just multiple. It's just so and so after this guy and that guy and this guy making videos and making podcasts and making news articles, just going after Corey Graves, going after the big Ken doll. I mean, are these people paid by WWE? I'm starting to wonder if all these people are under the. And yes, I'm doing this video from a fucking goddamn closet dining room today. Deal with it, motherfuckers, okay? If you want to fund the show some more, become a patron. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, and we'll get into that house and that office so that I don't have to switch rooms all the time with this laptop. That's right, motherfucker. And how about you pay YouTube your AdSense revenue fucks? Fuck you, YouTube. Suck Corey Graves' goddamn Triceratops neck. Not a fucking Triceratops. What does he have? What's that dinosaur with the big long fucking things? That big herbivore fuck. I don't know. But I just can't believe that people believe this is real. Anyway, also, on a side note, I gave my reaction to the Halo Infinite trailer. That's up on my gaming channel, youtube.com/JCS Gaming, which says Battle Royal Battalion, whatever. I got to come up with a new name. I don't give a fuck. Also, new stuff up on youtube.com/Corrupted Podcast, the YouTube channel that's free for everybody. Subscribe to youtube.com/Corrupted Podcast. If you like all my shit that isn't wrestling, come over there. Become a patron for 30 hours bonus content a week. And I'm not done. I'm not fucking done. Goddamn Corey Graves. This is I'm fucked. This situation right now is fucked. But you got to give it to him. The fact that there is a discrepancy, the fact that we're not sure, are they fucking with us? You know, we don't know. And you know, the doctor got released, right? Did they release the doctor? Is this fact? I don't even know. I've been out of the loop a little bit. I just assumed that they were going to release the doctor, which I don't understand, again, why they didn't release him before if they thought something was up. I don't know. I'm trying to look at the news. I have no goddamn clue. Raw's tonight. I don't know. Drew McIntyre blames talent for WWE television having a lot of filler. We'll talk about that on Patreon. My Patreon video today will be me talking about Drew McIntyre saying that he blames the talent, which is just fucking, I don't even know what the fuck to say about that. I'm just seeing that news report for the first time. A lot of people ask me if I saw Dominion. I have not seen it yet. I know that it's fucking probably epic. The weekend was just insane with all kinds of shit. Rusev cracks CM Punk, Corey Graves a joke. Just it seems like, you know, I'm sure the company may be instructed to talk shit about CM Punk, something like that. Corey Graves then says he would fight CM Punk. Let's go now Now, guys, let's come out of reality land, all right? You guys want to go into make-believe? Let's go into make-believe. Let's go into goddamn make-believe, and let's pretend that CM Punk and Corey Graves are really in some kind of beef, or at least Corey Graves is in some kind of beef with CM Punk, right? Let's go into this reality. By the way, I have said multiple times that I myself would like to fight Punk, because I would be a better opponent than any of these fucking guys who are clearly going to kick his ass, okay? But let's go to Corey Graves, because apparently Corey Graves says he wants to fight CM Punk. Do you really want to fight CM Punk, Corey Graves? You fucking idiot. You can't even wrestle in the fake ring in WWE because your brains are all fucking scrambled to shit. Why the fuck would you say you would want to wrestle CM Punk? Fight CM Punk? And this is what makes me think that this shit isn't real. Because you can't be serious. You fucking, like, what? I want to fight CM Punk. I want to fight CM Punk. That's what I'm saying. I want to fight CM Punk. Is my neck getting longer? Is my neck getting longer? You fucking idiot. You can't wrestle in the WWE. You can't wrestle in pro wrestling, Corey Graves. What do you think? If you get another tattoo that all of a sudden the goddamn concussions just go away and you're going to step in the ring with CM Punk? I lost my nose. It made me bleed. I got the shit kicked out of me. Look in my eyes. What do you see? I got the shit kicked out of me. What are you going to do? You going to fight CM Punk, bro? You can't even fucking take a goddamn bump. All right? I bet you if they put Corey Graves' action figure on the shelf, you know what happens? It doesn't fucking sell! Corey Graves wants to fight CM Punk. Bro, get out of here. Get out of here. If this is real, then Corey Graves is a fucking idiot, right? If this is, or maybe he's fucking awesome. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Maybe he's awesome if this is real. But it just seems like bullshit to me, obviously. You know, you're not going to sit there as a Raw announcer and start saying to CM Punk, like, hey, I'm going to fight you, you fuck. You know, it just doesn't seem to make sense to me. And then going to a media outlet to get some press for it, like, clearly, like, this is the hallmark of a work. The hallmark of a work. To generate press and put the focus on you guys. Is it possible that CM Punk isn't in on the work? That's possible too. But this is why Corey Graves never should have gone on Booker T's show and said, hell, Booker, these people are idiots. They actually thought we were going to fight each other. That should have never happened. They should have left it ambiguous. Left it with some mystique. Left it with, wow, I think Booker T is going to beat the shit out of Corey Graves if he ever catches him on a side street somewhere. That's pretty goddamn entertaining, right? I'm pretty entertained by the thing. I'm entertained by the fact of it. Maybe you guys should be too. But now I can look back on that and say, wow, that was well orchestrated if it was not real. Now, there's still people that think that was real, and it went from a shoot to a worked shoot really quickly. And maybe that was Corey Graves going rogue, and eventually Booker caught on, and then they shook hands. Maybe this is, again, Corey Graves going rogue, where CM Punk doesn't know what he's doing, and Corey Graves is working on Punk while Punk isn't working. And Punk is probably just sitting back there thinking, what the fuck is he doing? Like, whatever, and moves on. And maybe he takes it that way. I don't know. Or they both talked. Or it isn't a work. I mean, there's so many different things it could be, but the fact that people just went right to, this is 100% real. And we are going to yell at Corey Graves now on social media and on our videos and on our podcasts. I waited to do a video. There's a reason why I waited. I'm like, where is this going? What is happening? You know, Corey Graves attacks CM Punk and then goes on Fightful to tell Sean Ross Sapp that this is the deal. I mean, it just reeks of fucking work. And by the way, shout out to Sean for following me again. I know that it's hard to catch up with where Joe Cronin is this week when my Twitters are always going down left and right. But you know what? I wear that like a goddamn badge because it's like I'm too real, motherfuckers. It's too real for you, goddammit. And I'll make one statement on Justin Bailey. people have been asking me about Justin Bailey. Justin Bailey is not the next fucking lost cause or whatever people have been saying. I love Justin Bailey. I think he will come back. I think Justin Bailey eventually will come back. I love him. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. I don't really understand. But I think he will come back eventually. So there you go. I don't know. I'm very hurt by the whole thing because I'm a bitch. And I'm upset. I'm sad about it. And that's the deal. That's all there is to it. It's not like those other people or other times or here we go again. I like Justin, and I hope he comes back. I think he's going to. But there's a lot of content today, guys. There's a lot of content. And if you're still watching this right now, it must mean that you can deal with watching my ass this long. And if that's the case, then you need to subscribe to all 3 of my YouTube channels if you want. First of all, this is Joe Cronin Show. Hit that sub button down below. Don't miss out on my daily rants, videos, and podcasts. Share this video to all your wrestling friends, all over the place, and whatever the fuck, if you want. Second of all, if you want to hear what I have to say about everything else, movies, Hollywood, news, stupid stories, dumb things, our live podcasts about other things like that, then make sure you subscribe to my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/corruptedpodcast. Go over there and sub it. It's a big C. I guess there's some German YouTuber with the name Corrupted too, and so don't get me mixed up with him. I've got about 8,000 subs. He's got like 200,000. Actually, his fans always come after me. They're like, "You copied him, you fuck." And then I go to the channel and I'm like, well, the whole thing is like Das Krausenstein, and I'm like, you know what? This guy speaks all German in all his videos. So what's the goddamn difference? And mine's Corrupted Podcast. Anyway, it's not Corrupted Podcast. It's Corrupted Entertainment. The Corrupted Podcast is on my Patreon. Also, check out my gaming channel, which is going to have a lot of content coming up on it, including my 20-minute podcast about the Halo Infinite trailer that was released by E3. More stuff on E3 is coming to that channel, so go sub youtube.com/JCS Gaming is the link. That's the link, but it's down below as Battle Royale Battalion. So those are my 3 YouTube channels that you guys can go sub to in case you're like, I want more shit from Joe, but I don't just like wrestling. Well, that's where to go. And if you're somebody out there who loves the content and you want to support what I do here, you guys are the ones that fund the shows. So when I'm live, you can do super chats, you can do donations, whatever you want to do. It all helps the show if you want to. If you can't, hit the like button, share the video, whatever. But also, if you become a patron for $5 a month, you don't just get to give money to the show and fund the show and make these videos possible on Patreon, but you actually get 30 hours of bonus content a month. 6 to 8 hours of bonus content a week. You get Corrupted Podcast every week. You get Morning Madness. And you get in my other various podcasts as well. There's going to be a couple of them coming up there this week. Plus the some of the videos and all the song parodies and everything else. They all go up there. So, yeah, become a patron. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And download the app. The app is awesome. It works pretty damn well. There's a few things that I'd like it to do better. But the minute you become a patron, you can go down and see the Dropbox link and download every episode of Corrupted, 50-something episodes. It's been said that that's the best thing we do, including wrestling, out of nowheres, monetize this, everything. People say a lot of times that Corrupted is their favorite thing, or at least second favorite thing. So that's a pretty fucking big deal, and it's on Patreon. And for $2 a month, you can get it and download all the episodes. $5 will get you just about everything else, and $10 will get you absolutely everything. But you can do $2, whatever the fuck. Anyway, moving on. Corey Graves, big long neck. I think it's all a work. What do you guys think down below? Leave it down below. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's bullshit work, or at least Corey Graves is working on his own. And to me, that's all there is to it. I don't know these tweets from Corey Graves. You know, come on, man. I mean, I do this stuff. The funny thing is, a lot of times these wrestlers, they get pissed at guys like that do this, but then they do the same thing. But I think they think, well, you're not in our world. You know, you're not in blah blah blah. That doesn't matter. It's called working people. Everybody did it. You know what I mean? And if there's a real reason, if it's malicious, it's stupid. If it's actually malicious to hurt somebody, it is weird. I mean, I've said some of the things that Corey Graves has said about Punk. Like, I'm mad that he left wrestling behind, that he did all this other stuff. But at the same time, fuck it, good for him if he wants to do it. And if you listen to him, if you listen to CM Punk talk about his concussions, his head injuries, how he was feeling, how he was beat up, his miserable state of mind, how can you not be happy that he left this thing? After hearing all that stuff, When I heard CM Punk, people talk about him coming back full-time, I was like, man, I almost hope not, because it just sounds so miserable for him. I don't want somebody to be that miserable. And, you know, before I knew about all those things and I heard from CM Punk's mouth exactly what was going on, I was like, you know, how could he not come back to this? How could he not do this forever? Why wouldn't he do this? But when you hear it from his mouth, how depressing it is and how terrible it is, and just it sounds sad as shit. You want the guy to leave because it just sounds just horrific. Don't forget, y'all, I actually knew how to fight before I got to TV. Dude, I've texted him no less than a dozen times. If you avoid truth long enough, you can write your one narrative, I guess. Like, see, like, these are all, he's still going in on all this stuff. Punk would rip you apart, this guy says. What's up, Tobias? I think I know that guy. He wrote Wana bet. Corey Graves says, I'll fight him. Dude, you couldn't even fight a goddamn helmet right now, Corey. What are you talking about, you big-lipped, big-necked, tattooed, fucking gothic Ken doll wannabe? Anyway. I'm so mean. I like Corey. I actually like Corey a bit, but I don't know, man. What do you guys think about Corey Graves? Is it all work? Who cares? At this point, if it's not a work or a work, Corey Graves is a genius for stirring up this type of talk and controversy and putting the focus back on wrestling. Great job as far as I'm concerned. I applaud him. And his big fucking face tattoos. And his neck tattoos. They're going to open up its mouth and eat my goddamn head in. My name is Joe Cronin. Hope you guys subscribe to the channel despite what Jim Cornette's four-eyed fuck-ass says. And also check out some of these other videos that you might have missed on my channel previously. Click them and binge watch. Check these videos out, man. You missed them, you made a mistake. Also on the bottom right is my Patreon page if you guys would like to support. Thank you to Courtney Jones for becoming a $5 Patreon. Also from John S. Big Ones and also Laser Dude $5 patrons on Patreon, and they sponsor this video basically. And everybody who's a patron, thank you guys. You keep these videos going. Hit me up on Twitter at Real Cronin.